Hello friends, Kiran Bhaveskar is here, and today in this video we will study about the kingdom Protista. Kingdom Protista, it is one of the eukaryotic kingdom. But in that kingdom Protist, all the organisms which are unicellular and they are having the eukaryotic type of the cells, these are included into that kingdom Protista. The different organisms like amoeba, paramecium, protozoa, euglena, diatoms, these are the different organisms which are unicellular in structure. These are the single celled organisms and their cell, it is a eukaryotic type. All these are included into that kingdom Protista. Actually, the kingdom Protista, it is considered as a connecting link between that of the kingdom Monera and the rest of the eukaryotic kingdom, fungi, plantae and animalia. Because in kingdom Protista, the some organisms they show the characteristics like that of the plants, while some they show the characteristics of the animals, and the some organisms they show the characteristics of the fungi. Therefore, in that kingdom Protista, the organisms these are classified as a animal like protist. For example, amoeba and paramecium. These are the examples of the animal like protist. Then plant like protist. For example, Euglena and diatoms, these are the plant like protists, and fungi like protists. For example, slime molds. So, in that kingdom protists, the organisms these are classified into the three types. Animal like protists, those protists which are showing the characteristics of similar to the animals, amoeba or the paramecium, protozoa, these are the example of that animal like protists. Plant like protists, euglena, diatoms and desmides. They are having the characteristics similar to that of the plants. They are characterized by presence of the chlorophyll. They can prepare their own food. So these are known as the plant like protists. And fungi like protists, for example, slime mold. These are the saprotrophs. And but the slime mold, these are the saprotrophs. They are similar to fungi. But in case of that, the slime mold, the cell wall, it is absent. Euglena, it is characterized by presence of the cell wall, while the animal like protists, they don't have the cell wall. Amoeba, it is one of the simple organisms that is included into that kingdom protist. So this is the structure of that amoeba. You can see it is one of the microscopic organism, and amoeba it can be found into the different ponds or ditches and stagnating water. In such places, the amoeba these are present. The shape of amoeba, it is not a constant. Amoeba shows the constant changes or the variations in their shape, and such organisms these are known as the pleomorphic, those which are showing the constant change in a shape. So the shape of amoeba, if it is observed under the microscope, then amoeba it may look somewhat in this way. So the amoeba, it is a true eukaryotic cell. It is a eukaryotic organisms. What is meant by eukaryotic? Eukaryotic means those organisms which are having the well-developed nucleus. The true nucleus, it is present in a eukaryotic organisms. True nucleus means what? The genetic material of that cell, it is bounded by the nuclear membrane. It is characterized by presence of the prominent nucleus, and the genetic material, it is bounded by the nuclear membrane. Therefore, in case of that amoeba, the prominent nucleus that is present at the center of the cell, and the genetic material, it is bounded by the nuclear membrane. This one is the cell membrane of that amoeba. Cell membrane, that is outermost covering of the amoeba, it is the cell membrane, because amoeba these are the animal like protists, and in case of that animals, the cell membrane, it is the outermost covering. Cell wall, it is absent in case of the animal cell. In the same way, the amoeba, in that case also the cell wall, it is absent, and cell membrane, that is one of the outermost covering. Along with that, the amoeba, it is characterized by presence of the food vacuoles and the contractile vacuoles. the colorless viscous fluid that is bounded by the cell membrane that is known as a cytoplasm. Amoeba, it shows the number of finger-like structures or finger-like projections protruding out of that body surface. Along with that, the cytoplasm and the cell membrane, such finger-like projections are coming out of the body surface. These are known as a pseudopodia. If it is a single, then we can call it as a pseudopodium. So pseudopodium, it is a finger-like projection of the cell membrane of that amoeba. So this is regarding to the structure of amoeba. Now we will study the different properties of that amoeba, that how the amoeba it can carry out the movements or the process of ingestion and digestion of the food in amoeba, then the process of excretion, respiration or reproduction in the amoeba. So the first, we will study about the movement of amoeba. As we have seen the structure of that amoeba. So the amoeba, it has a number of finger-like structures or the projections which are coming out of the body surface. When amoeba it has to move, then at that time it extends that pseudopodia out of the body surface. There are the number of the projections, but one of the projections that extends longer than rest of the other projection, and the projection that extend at a more longer side or in a more longer way towards that particular direction, that is the direction where the amoeba it wants to move. So the amoeba it carries the movement with the help of that pseudopodia. Pseudopodia, it is a locomotory organ for the movement of that amoeba. There are the number of the projections, but one of the projection it is a longer, and the projection which is a longer, it shows the direction of the movement of that amoeba. In this way, to that particular direction, the amoeba it will carry out the movement. Then the second process, that is the how the process of ingestion or digestion it is carried out in case of that amoeba. This is the contractile vacuole, this is the food vacuole. When amoeba it gives the sense about the presence of food in the surrounding environment, then again with the help of that cytoplasmic extension or with the help of that pseudopodia, amoeba it carries the movement towards that food. Suppose this is the food, then with the help of that cytoplasmic extension, the amoeba it will carry the movement towards the direction of that food. When amoeba it goes towards the food, then at that time amoeba it produces the two number of the cytoplasmic extensions surrounding to that of the food particles. So now the amoeba it will make the two number of that cytoplasmic extension surrounding to that of the food particle. Then amoeba it encloses the food particle within that pseudopodia, within that cytoplasmic extension. The both ends of that pseudopodia they will touch to each other, they will close to each other, and the food particles that will get entrapped inside that cytoplasmic extension, inside the pseudopodia. Now the both cytoplasmic extension they will touch to each other, and in this way the food particles these are trapped inside that cytoplasmic extension, inside the pseudopodia. Now that food particle it will be entrapped inside the food vacuole. Now the food particle that is entrapped inside the food vacuole. When the food particle it is enclosed or entrapped inside the food particles, then the cytoplasm it secretes the digesting juice. Digestive juice it is secreted inside that food vacuole by that cytoplasm. This is a food vacuole. And after secretion of that digesting juice, All the food particles, these are broken down into the simple absorbable form. When the process of that digestion of the food particle it is completed, then this is a simple absorbable food that is taken up or that is absorbed by the cytoplasm, and that simple form of the food it is used by the cytoplasm for the growth or the different cellular process inside the amoeba, and it is used as a source of the energy. So this is regarding to the process of the feeding in case of that amoeba, that how the ingestion of the food or how the digestion of food it takes place. The ingestion of food it takes place with the help of that cytoplasmic extension or pseudopodia, and the digestion of food it is always every time it is carried out inside the food vacuole. And when the breakdown of that food takes place into the simple absorbable form, then simple form of the food it is absorbed by the cytoplasm, where it is utilized for the various cellular activities. Now we will study the process of excretion in amoeba. As amoeba, these are mostly living in the aquatic environment, and in case of that amoeba, the excretion of that nitrogenous substances that takes place in the form of ammonia. They excrete the compounds in the form of ammonia, and for the excretion of that ammonia, very large amount of water it is essential. So this is the structure of that amoeba, nucleus, vacuoles. So the nitrogenous waste products like ammonia, they can be excreted simply with the help of that cell membrane by the simple diffusion method. The nitrogenous waste products like ammonia, these are excreted through the cell membrane. This one is the cell membrane, by process of a simple diffusion. When the concentration of ammonia it gets increases inside that cell membrane, inside the amoeba, then the movement of that ammonia from that higher concentration to the lower concentration to the exterior of that cell it takes place by process of that diffusion from the cell membrane. While in the some cases or sometimes the excretion of that ammonia it can be carried out with the help of that contractile vacuole. This one is the contractile vacuole. So ammonia it enters inside the contractile vacuole, and the contractile vacuole it takes the large amount of water, because for to dissolve the ammonia very large amount of water it is essential. So when the ammonia it enters inside the contractile vacuole it takes the large amount of water. When the water it is absorbed by that contractile vacuole, then the contractile vacuole that enlarges into the size, and such contractile vacuoles then they reaches to the site of that cell membrane, and they remove out ammonia out of the cell, and in this way the ammonia it is excreted out of that cell. So this is the process of excretion of ammonia. Ammonia it may be directly excreted through the cell membrane by process of simple diffusion, or ammonia that can be taken inside the contractile vacuole. Then contractile vacuole it takes the large amount of water, it will get enlarged in a size, and then excrete the ammonia out of that cell. When contractile vacuole it absorbs the water, that becomes enlarged in a size, and when it lost the water, then it will become shrink. It will get shrinks. So due to that absorption or due to the loss of water, there is an enlargement or there is shrinkage in the size of that contractile vacuole. So this is regarding to the process of excretion. That is a very simple process, either by the diffusion through the cell membrane or with the help of that contractile vacuole. The ammonia it is excreted from that amoeba. Now we will study the process of respiration. Now we will study the process of respiration. Amoeba it carry out the respiration with the help of that cell membrane. There is a very simple process of the respiration in case of that amoeba cell. There is a diffusion of that oxygen from the water to inside of the body of that amoeba cell, while there is a diffusion of carbon dioxide from the amoebal cell to the outside of that amoeba. So the diffusion of that gases, it takes place from high concentration to the low concentration through the cell membrane. Hence, it is a very simple process. The diffusion of that oxygen takes place from the water into the cell of amoeba, and the diffusion of carbon dioxide that takes place from the cell of amoeba to the outside through the cell membrane. It is a simple diffusion process. Diffusion, it is a process which depends upon the concentration. In case of that diffusion, the movement of that particular substance, it takes place from high concentration to the low concentration. Now we will study one of the important feature of that amoeba, that is the reproduction in amoeba. Generally, the amoeba, they reproduce by the method of that binary fission. Binary. Bi means two and the fission means splitting. The body of that parent amoeba, it splits into the two daughter cell, and that method of reproduction, that is known as a binary fission. When the amoeba, it is fully grown up, and if it is matured, then in that case, first, the nucleus that is present in that amoeba cell, nucleus, it starts to divide, and after division of the nucleus, it produces the two daughter nuclei. Now, this is the process of that elongation of nucleus, and after that elongation of the nucleus it divides into the two daughter nucleus. So in this way, first there is a formation of two daughter nuclei inside that amoeba cell. When the daughter nucleus these are produced, then the nucleus they divides within the cell of that amoeba cell, and the elongation of that amoeba cell, it takes place. In this way, the cell of that amoeba, that will get elongated. After elongation of that cell of the amoeba, the cell membrane of that amoeba, it starts to constrict. There is a division of the different cellular structures, and the cell membrane, it starts to constrict in this way. Finally, the constriction that takes place to the center, and the both constricting membrane, they get attached or joined at the center, and from that they will get separated, and then it produces the two daughter amoeba cell, and in this way the two daughter amoeba cells, these are produced, while each of the daughter amoeba cell is having its own nucleus, and then such a daughter amoeba cell, further they will get mature and grown up, and again each of that daughter nuclei, after that maturation and after the fully growth and development, it will produce the again daughter amoeba cell. So this is the process of that binary fission. Binary fission means the parent organisms that after reproduction use the two daughter cell. So in case of that amoeba, first there is a division of the nucleus, and then it use the two daughter nuclei. Then the cytoplasm and cellular structure, they get separated. Surrounding to that each of the nucleus, there is an accumulation of cytoplasms and the cellular structures. Then there is a constriction of the cell membrane at the center, and after that, after the point of contact of the constriction, these membranes, they get separated, and then they are forming the two individual daughter amoeba cell. So this is the process of binary fission. Now we will study the multiple fission. Multiple fission, it takes place particularly in an unfavorable condition. When the amoeba, if it is exposed to unfavorable condition, if the temperature it is too high or if it is too low, in an extreme climatic conditions, when the amoeba, if it is exposed to the unfavorable conditions, if there is a change in osmotic pressure or change in a temperature or availability of the nutrients, it is very low, then in that conditions, the amoeba, they reproduce by the process of that multiple fission. So during that particular stage, the cell of that amoeba, it will get converted into that smaller spherical shaped structure, smaller spherical specks. So when the amoeba, if it is exposed to unfavorable condition, then it will get converted into that a smaller spherical shaped structure. So in this way, and the amoeba, it secretes one of the protective thick covering. It forms the protective thick covering surrounding to its cell. So such a protective thick covering, it is produced surrounding to the cell of that amoeba in an unfavorable condition. And during that time period, the nucleus that is present in the cell of amoeba, that nucleus it undergo repeated division. That nucleus it undergo the repeated division and it produces the large amount of the nucleus. Number of the nucleus these are produced. In this way, the number of nucleus, the fusion of that nuclei it is going on continuously, and after that the cytoplasm it is surrounded to each of the nucleus. In this way, the distribution of that cytoplasm it takes place surrounding to each of the nucleus. When such type of the cyst, this structure formation that is known as a cyst. This one is the cyst. In unfavorable condition, cell of the amoeba that will get converted into that cyst, and that cyst is undergo the multiple nuclear fission, and after that formation of number of nuclei, there is a distribution of cytoplasm surrounding to that each of the nucleus. When it is exposed to that of the favorable condition, then the protective covering that is present surrounding to that of the cyst, it will get broken down, and then there is the release of the large number of the nucleus along with that cytoplasm, and then each of that structure it is known as the amoebly. Each of that structure it is known as the amoebly. This one is the amoebly. These are the daughter amoeba cell, and this is now known as a amoebly. Amoebly after maturation and growth, then it will after that complete growth and the maturation, it forms the mature amoeba cell, and that mature amoeba cell now it is again able to reproduce. In favorable conditions, such a mature amoeba cell that will reproduce by the method of that binary fission, and if it is exposed to the unfavorable condition, then it will reproduce by the method of that multiple fission. In multiple fission, there is a formation of the cyst. A small spherical structures are produced known as a cyst, and inside that cyst, the repeated division of the nucleus it takes place. Large number of the daughter nuclei are formed. Each of the nucleus it is surrounded by that of the cytoplasm, and when it is exposed to that favorable condition, the breakdown of that protective thick cover unit takes place, and it produces the large number of that amoebly. These amoebly, they grown up, mature, and again they form the mature, fully grown amoeba cell. So this is regarding to that of the kingdom Protista. Okay friends, thank you. In the next video, we will learn about the kingdom fungi.